The 2025 World Series starts off with a bang in Game 1. In this one, we've got the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. Dodgers were in the series last year. Blue Jays, like I've mentioned before, it's their first time since 1993, 32 years later. Sorry for the late recordings. I was on my anniversary weekend trip, so I got to watch the games a little bit, but now I'm starting to recap them today. So, we had Blake Snell versus Trey Savage. A great pitching matchup, and kind of an interesting decision for the Blue Jays to go with their young starting pitcher, and seemingly it kind of paid off. So, top of the first, Ohtani strikes out, Betts grounds out, and so does Freddie Freeman. Bottom of the first, Springer grounds out, Schneider pops out, Vlad Guerrero Jr. walks. They're just going to pitch around him the entire series, I think. Just the way things have gone and how he's been in the postseason so far. Don't let him hurt you when you don't have to, right? Bo Bichette singles in his first game back. He batted cleanup for the Blue Jays in Game 1, so welcome back, Bo Bichette. Alejandro Kirk walks, so it's bases loaded, 2 outs in the first inning for the Blue Jays, and Daulton Varsho flies out, ending any threat. Top of the second, Will Smith walks, Teoscar Hernandez grounds into a fielder's choice, Max Muncy singles, so it's 2 on, 1 out. For Kike Hernandez, playoff Kike Hernandez, of course, he's always he's going to show up in October. RBI single gives the Dodgers an early 1-0 lead. Tommy Edman follows that up with a single, but Andy Pajes strikes out, and Ohtani grounds out, ending the top of the second. Bottom of the second, Ernie Clement, kind of the Blue Jays version of Kike Hernandez, singles. Miles Straw strikes out, so does Andres Jimenez. George Springer singles, but Ernie Clement is thrown out, trying to advance to third base on an interesting play, ground ball to first base, toss it to Blake Snell, who then Springer beats out the play, but then Clement's thrown out at third. Top of the third inning, Betts and Freeman lead off with walks, so 2 on, nobody out, and of course Will Smith comes through with an RBI single. It's now 2-0 Dodgers. On that same play, Freddie Freeman is thrown out by the right fielder on this one, a 9.65 put out. Kind of a momentum killer for the Dodgers as Teoscar Hernandez grounds out and Max Muncy strikes out to end the threat in the top of the third. So the Dodgers only get 1 more run. It's 2-0. Bottom of the third, Davis Schneider will strike out, Vlad Guerrero will single, and then Bo Bichette grounds into a double play. Top of the fourth, a 1-2-3 inning for the Dodgers. Kike and Tommy Edman strike out, and Andy Pajes flies out. Bottom of the fourth, Alejandro Kirk leads off with a single, and then Daulton Varsho comes up huge with a game-tying 2-run home run. It's his third of the postseason, and now is a 2-2 ball game. Brand new game in the bottom of the fourth. Ernie Clement flies out, Miles Straw lines out, and Andres Jimenez strikes out looking. Top of the fifth, end of the day for Trey Savage. It's going to be Mason Fluharty coming in to relieve. He'll get Ohtani to strike out. Mookie Betts singles. Freddie Freeman flies out. And then Sir Anthony Dominguez will get Will Smith to fly out to clean things up. Bottom of the fifth, George Springer leads off with a single, and then Schneider grounds into a 5-4-3 double play, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. grounds out. Top of the sixth, another quick inning for the Dodgers. Teoscar Hernandez strikes out, Muncy pops out, and Kike Hernandez strikes out. Bottom of the sixth, you see it, you know what's coming. If you watch the game, this was an incredible inning for the Blue Jays. Bichette walks. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will pinch run for Bo Bichette. Kirk singles, and then Varsho is hit by a pitch. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Blake Snell's out of the game at 100 pitches. Like a very huge moment in this game when Emmett Sheehan comes in. I looked at my wife. I said, the Blue Jays are scoring at minimum 2 runs in this inning. As soon as I saw that Sheehan was coming in. Not that I thought Snell should have stayed in. I just think there were maybe another option in the Dodgers bullpen in this one, since his playoff performances have been very shaky, and you're looking at a tie ball game in the bottom of the sixth. Sure enough, Ernie Clement will single, giving them a 3-2 lead for the Blue Jays. Nathan Lukes will pinch hit, and he walks. So now on the first 2 batters, Sheehan's given up 2 of those runs. And then Andres Jimenez singles. So just like that, 3 batters for Sheehan, 3 runs. And it's just not what you want to see as a Dodger fan. It's 5-2 Blue Jays. George Springer is out on a fielder's choice. Good play from Mookie Betts to throw out Varsho at home. I think it was Varsho. No, excuse me. It was Clement at home. And then Anthony Banda will come in for Sheehan, and he leaves a slider hanging for Addison Barger. He crushes a grand slam, and just like that, a tie ball game is 9-2 Blue Jays. It's Barger's third home run of the playoffs, and the Rogers Center has exploded. The atmosphere has gone nuts, and all of Canada is excited about this one, and maybe most of America thinking that the Dodgers are World Series. Vlad Guerrero Jr. follows that up with a single. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa flies out, but Alejandro Kirk extends the lead with a 2-run home run, his fourth of the playoffs, making it an 11-2 lead. 9 runs scored in this inning. It's the most in, I think, 60 years in a World Series game that we've seen 9 runs scored, or 6 or more runs scored, I think was the stat. Then Varsho flies out. It's 11-2 going into the 7th. Fisher's going to come in. He walks Edman, gets Pages to strike out, looking. Shohei Ohtani, kind of a, maybe a football term, but garbage time home run. No big deal. It's a home run in the World Series is a home run in the World Series. A 2-run home run. It's 11-4. Blue Jays still, and it's Ohtani's 6th of the postseason. Betts will strike out, and Freddie will fly out, ending the 7th. Bottom of the 7th, Wroblewski comes in for the Dodgers, kind of in cleanup mode for the Dodgers at this point, right? So Clement flies out, Lukes grounds out, and Jimenez grounds out. Chris Bassett comes in for the Blue Jays. He gets Smith to ground out. Teoscar walks, and then Muncy and Kike both strike out. Bottom of the 8th, Will Klein comes in for the for the Dodgers. Springer flies out. Barger singles. Guerrero Jr. flies out, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa flies out. Top of the 9th, Eric Lauer comes in, cleans things up. Edman pops out. Pages lines out. Ohtani walks, and then Betts strikes out. Game 1 goes to the Blue Jays, 11-4. The Dodgers only got their 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 7 left on base. The Blue Jays, 11 runs, 14 hits, no errors, and 5 left on base. Sir Anthony Dominguez gets his 2nd win of the playoffs, and Blake Snell gets his 1st loss. He's been absolutely historically dominant in this postseason. A little shaky in this one, obviously, with the 5 runs in 5+ innings. My player of the game, I got to give it to Addison Barger. I think I saw the stat. First pinch hit grand slam in World Series history, and completely shut down the Dodgers' chances of coming back in this one when he made that game 9-2 at the time. And then some game notes. Dodgers, they did score first with that RBI single from Kike Hernandez. I did put in the notes that Ernie Clement was thrown out at 3rd. I think that was a big momentum shift that could have gone more in the Dodgers' way. Will Smith extends the lead 2-0 in the 3rd inning. Daulton Varsho's game-tying 2-run home run may have been the 2nd biggest moment in this ball game. Snell being pulled with the bases loaded in 100 pitches. You put some of the blame on Snell, of course, walking 2 runners and giving up a single with creating that bases loaded no-out situation. But maybe you got to let him go out there again, right? So I don't think it was the wrong decision for the Dodgers. I think the wrong decision comes in with the bullpen choice after he came out. Ernie Clement with the go-ahead single. Lucas walks and Jimenez RBI single. And then, of course, the Addison Barger pinch hit grand slam. Alejandro Kirk's 2-run home run. Gotta mention, first Mexican-born player to hit a home run in the World Series. Congratulations to Alejandro Kirk. That is an incredible accomplishment. And then Shohei's 2-run home run. So Blue Jays take game 1. 1-0 going into game 2. That game took place on Saturday. We'll be recapping that a little bit later during game 3 tonight. So thanks so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you like this video, and let me know in the comments what you guys thought about Barger's home run, Varsho's home run, Snell's outing, or maybe the pitching choices in that bottom of the 6th inning for the Dodgers. Thanks so much for watching.